This is the post-game 5 interview with Concordia Chicago at the 2017 NCAA Division III Baseball Championships. With us is head coach Mike Stosky and his student athletes Mitch Wilson and Brett Spohr after their 9-4 victory over Oswego. We'll start with opening remarks from head coach Stosky on today's win and team performance.
I'm really happy for the guys. I mean, that was a full team performance. It was a full round team win. I thought our starter Cody did a great job keeping those guys off balance. That's a great hitting team. Our offense put up 9 runs, a bunch with 2 outs, which was what you asked for, and we ran the bases great. And not just stealing bases, but we took the extra base when we needed to, and that made a big difference. And we played great defensively. I mean, there's no secret. Our best players out, and we had a freshman at shortstop, and you never knew it. So talk about a total team effort. That was that today.
Coach, talk about how important it was to score early in the game.
Oh, it was everything for us. I mean, I said yesterday in my conference that we needed to win the first 3 innings, and we did. And our guys were confident. I don't think it was essential that we had to score early because our guys would have still been able to go. But being able to take a lead, I know that team plays with a lot of passion and energy as Oswego does, and for us to kind of go up early was really helpful because it kind of put out that fire that they had a little bit, and then we started going even more, and then Cody was able to pitch more comfortably with a little bit of a lead, and I think that made the difference.
Talk about adding on. You got the opening 2-0 lead, and you put more runs on the board.
Mantra all year. We've just talked about never stopping playing a full 9, playing 27 outs. So we knew that offense could score in a hurry. We watched them play yesterday. We've done plenty of scouting reports. We know that offense could score a bunch of runs at a time. So we knew no lead was safe. So continuing to build on that lead was what we were trying to do, and we were playing for 1 or 2 runs an inning, playing a little bit of small ball there for a little bit, and it worked out in our favor.
And once again, talk about the base running. Garvey taking that extra base when the base is uncovered.
No surprise. I mean, that's what Kevin Garvey does. If you look at his numbers in his career, he's probably got more stolen bases than he has at bats just about. He's just, all our guys, this is what we work on. We spend a lot of time working on base running, whether it's stealing bases or going first to third or second to home. It's second nature, and if you look at the replay, I didn't bring him. That's all on him. He did everything, but we've worked on it, and we've preached it, and we talk about hustle, and he knows I'd be more upset if he got stuck at second and wasn't aggressive than if he was aggressive and got out. So he did the right thing, and that was a big, big run for us.
Your 2, 3, 4 batters, they went 7 for 13. Talk about how it's important for the heart of the order to perform like that.
I mean, they're everything for us. Especially with us losing Brian. We had to move our 7-hole down to our leadoff spot. So it created, this big, pile up at the end in 7, 8, 9. So we knew the front part of our lineup had to really get on base and score some runs, and they did. I mean, they felt like every time there was a guy in second and third, 2, 3, or 4 was up, and when those guys are up with guys on base, we feel pretty good about winning.
Brent, talk about your approach at the plate.
Yeah, I've been trying to sit back a lot lately, and yesterday I did the same thing, and unfortunately it was an 0 for 4 day, but hit a lot of balls hard, and I didn't want to change one thing with what I did, so I did the same thing today, and fortunately I found some holes today.
Do you feel more pressure today with not having your big guy at the top of the lineup?
Honestly, even though Mitch has been, Brian has been one of our best players all year, no. Just because we all know that we can all step up and, help each other out, so it was a good win.
And Mitch, talk about how the group works together to sit there and really in the heart of your order to really put the game away.
We just kept putting together good at-bats. The middle of our order did what it's done all year. Without Doozer or with him, we're going to put together at-bats no matter what. I was telling the guys earlier that we all just need to try to play a little bit like Doozer, and we should be all right. So that was our game plan for the most part.
For NAU, what does it mean to have the first win in school history at the College World Series?
It's awesome. Part of history, do something no one's ever done before. It feels great. We put in a lot of work for this, so to see it come out of, working out in the winter and 40-degree weather, it's awesome.
Also, what does it mean not to have to use Mike Formella today to kind of get a good showing out of the bullpen after 6 innings from Cody?
You must know me because I've said it about 7 times since the game was over. We didn't need to use Mike today. It's huge. Let me tell you, it's huge because basically it's like a restart for him. I mean, whatever pitch count he had yesterday, it almost like it didn't happen now. That's how easy it is to bounce back. So if you give him a full day off, it's like he didn't pitch at all. So we are going to get a fresh Mike Formella tomorrow. Yeah, I mean that is as important as the offense was for us not to have to put him in the game today was essential to our bullpen.
Mike, talk for just a second about Cody's performance. 6 hits and a lot of walks, but he was the proverbial bulldog today. Just kept battling and battling out there.
You know, we knew the walks were going to come in. We were prepared for that just because we were going to kind of stay away from the hitters a little bit. We knew. I mean, up and down their lineup. I mean, there's not too many easy outs in that lineup. So we were going to stay off the plate. We were going to try and bust them in. If you saw, we probably threw half of our pitches were changeups, and 75% of those changeups were down in the zone. So not for strikes. So what we were hoping is that they would swing and they would put some of those in play, and they did, and we got some outs from it. But we also knew we were going to get some walks, so we knew that was a game plan going in. But you know, Cody, what can you say? We named him the starter at 10 o'clock last night after everything was said and done, and looking at all the reports because we knew that Oswego was a team that really wanted to attack first pitch, and Cody's a guy that can throw first pitch changeups, and if we can get them just a little bit off balance, we'd have a shot, and that's exactly what he did. He kept them off balance all day.
Coach, when Oswego, they had their big hitter, Eric Hamilton, up the plate. He left 5-6 men on base. What was the approach to try to get him out?
Changeups. That's it. We went changeup first pitch. They swung through. We threw a fastball about 4 feet off the plate so that he wouldn't get to it. And then we went changeup. Easily the biggest at bat of the game. There's no doubt about it. I felt like that bat was the turning point of the entire game, where it lifted us up and it kind of deflated them just enough for us to kind of take control again. So, the approach was not to put anything near his bat, and it actually worked. So.
Can I ask the players to comment on that too? Coach talks about that being a big lifting point. How did you guys feel in that?
I just thought it was, like you said, that's a big momentum changer. I believe after that we ended up scoring, I think, like 4 runs that inning. So, like you said, that's changed the path of the whole game, and it was huge for us.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. When you have an All-American up there and you got the bases loaded, it's always a little scary. But getting out of that's huge for us. Great momentum, and we ended up putting some runs on the board after that, so it was a huge win.